Everybody, this is Pastor Sean Odom from Crosspoint Church in Weatherford, Oklahoma with your God is Awesome and the Bible is Cool vlog. Recently my wife and I, we've been reading through the Psalms, and we haven't quite got to this one today, but this is our focal passage for today. It's Psalm chapter 31. Now, because I'm getting old, I have to use the old glasses here, so forgive me, but I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. It says, "In you, Lord, I have taken refuge. Let me never be put to shame. Deliver me in your righteousness. Turn your ear to me. Come quickly to my rescue. Be my rock of refuge, a strong fortress to save me. Since you are my rock and my fortress, for the sake of your name, lead and guide me. Keep me free from the trap that is set for me. You are my refuge. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Deliver me, Lord, my faithful God. I hate those who cling to worthless idols. As for me, I trust in the Lord. I will be glad and rejoice in your love, for you saw my affliction and knew the anguish of my soul. You have not given me into the hands of my enemy, but set my feet in a spacious place. Be merciful to me, Lord, for I am in distress. My eyes grow weak with sorrow, my soul and body with grief. My life is consumed by anguish, and my years by groaning. My strength fails because of my affliction, and my bones grow weak because of all my enemies. I am the utter contempt of my neighbors and an object of dread to my closest friends. Those who see me on the street flee from me. I am forgotten as though I were dead. I have become like broken pottery, for I hear many whispering, terror on every side. They conspire against me. They plot to take my life. But I trust you, Lord." It's often said that in the Psalms, there's always this kind of hinge point, and where David or whoever the psalmist is will be sitting there talking about how bad things are, and then there's this hinge, and it's a but God point. And here's this but God point in verse 14. It says, "But I trust in you, Lord. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hands. Deliver me from the hands of my enemy, from those who pursue me. Let your face shine on your servant. Save me in your unfailing love. Let me not be put to shame, Lord, for I have cried out to you. But let the wicked be put to shame and be silent in the realm of the dead. Let their lying lips be silenced, for with pride and contempt they speak arrogantly against the righteous. How abundant are the good things that you have stored up for those who fear you, that you bestow in the sight of all on those who take refuge in you. In the shelter of your presence you hide them. From all human intrigues you keep them safe in your dwelling from accusing tongues. Praise be to the Lord, for he showed me the wonders of his love. When I was in a city under siege, in my alarm I said, I am cut off from your sight. Yet you heard my cry for mercy when I called to you for help. Love the Lord, all his faithful people. The Lord perseveres those who are true to him, but the proud he pays back in full." And I love this last verse. "Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord." Man, a lot of emotions, different emotions going on here, a lot of them, and it's kind of interesting to unpack, but I have to start off by sitting there saying, has there ever been a time in your life when you were low? Have you ever felt alone and afraid of the blackness that's surrounding you? I mean, have you ever had a despair and a depression so great you didn't know if you were ever going to be able to climb out of it? I honestly believe that feelings like this plague many people on a day-to-day basis. And if not, we've all at least experienced some level of this. Here's the truth. We live in a world that is hurting. We live in a world that is searching for a way to claw through this dark and dismal reality of the sinful world and find some hope. This is why there are so many cases of people who choose to end their lives instead of wake up every morning to face one more day of the same dreary blackness of despair. Look, here's the deal, guys. Everyone gets down from time to time, and it is a blessing to know that there is a hope out there. And there is a hope out there. There is a comforter who will wrap you in his everlasting arms and hold you tight. There's a God that loves you so much that he is there whenever you call. And that's just it. All we have to do is call. When we pray to God for deliverance, he hears our prayers and gives us the ladder to ascend from the depths that we have found ourselves in. Now, we might have to We might have to persevere there for a while because God knows what's best and how he's going to grow and build you out of those circumstances. And it really all does actually start with the concept of joy. I know that sounds weird, but when we know Christ on a personal basis, we can have joy despite and in the midst of any kind of suffering we're going through. That doesn't mean we'll be happy about it. The reason is that joy is an overarching characteristic. It's not dependent upon circumstances. Happiness depends on circumstances. It depends on what happens. But joy comes from a knowledge of the future that we have with the King. It comes from that hope that we have in the truth of who he is based upon the truth of his word. We still will have our down days, to be sure. It's true. But we can have faith that God will deliver us from our despair. So I pray today that you will be able to take comfort that even in the darkest of hours, we can find solace and peace and rest. God is waiting for us to cry out to him with our problems and our worries and our hurts. He wants to be our comforter and our relief. Cling to that truth today, and you can find the joy that you need to carry on. God bless, guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.